My name is Architect Michael M. Okonkwo. I'm the MD, CEO of Oka Capital Territory Development Authority, otherwise known as ACTDA. Well, ACTDA is an authority established in 2014 by His Excellency, the Governor Chief Dr. Willie Obiano, charged with developing Oka Capital Territory, which is the capital of Anambra State. Is a territory that is 400 square kilometers. The mandate is to produce a master plan for the ACT, accelerate infrastructure development within the ACT, implement the Oka Capital Territory Development Master Plan, and also produce infrastructure in accordance with the master plan. So that is what we do, and His Excellency has a very specific charge in carrying out this mandate. He said he wants us to think Dubai for inspiration in establishing and developing this new capital territory known as Oka Capital Territory. Okay, when we came in, we do know with the understanding that this sort of project, which is to do a new capital territory, in essence from scratch, because the Oka, as you know it, until we came in, could not pass for a capital territory. So we are basically starting from scratch. So we do know that you needed three things. Number one is political will. Number two is a compendium of professionals to do that, and then the third one is resources. So these are things that we knew going in. But when we came in, we were glad to see that His Excellency has the political will in abundance. He also assembled a world-class team of people with a wide array of professionals to their belt. And then one wondered, okay, how do we do this as far as resources, given the situation of things in Nigeria? But again, His Excellency, who is the magic maker, told us not to worry about it, and since then we have also been able to accomplish our goals because he always has ways of getting the resources. All that said, we had challenges when we came in because there were no, being that we are a pioneer organization, there were no little to no documents upon which to build what we're doing. There was no base plan for the Oka Capital Territory. Apart from the establishing document, the law that established us, which is Oka Capital Territory Development Law 2009, also amended in 2014, there wasn't much really there, so we had a lot of work cut out for us. But we had this attitude that when you know that you have that sort of thing, it's like almost like a canvas. So we knew that we had to plan well to paint this thing into a masterpiece. So those were the major challenges we had were on information, documentation, and base map, instruments upon which we would build. once we realized the gap, we moved very forward to close the gap. Okay, we sought and graciously, His Excellency made it possible for us to acquire the area photography of Awka Capital Territory. Area photography, not satellite, it was what they call autophoto at 10 cm resolution, which is an instrument or a product which is prelude to geographic information system, which can be used in planning the city, be used in agriculture development, used in engineering and so on. So once we had the area photography done, we were able basically to have the base map, number one. Number two, we didn't have any development guidelines and standards established for the Awka Capital Territory, so we set out to do that. And therefore we established what we call Awka Capital Territory Development Control Manual, which was duly commissioned, adopted and signed by His Excellency, so it's as good as any law. Then we started putting some features onto the base map, because once you have a base map, then you have to, it avails you the opportunity to generate a general plan. General plan basically is where you set forth land use designation. So we quickly did that to even understand leveraging on a product which is known as the structure plan, which was done by the previous administration in partnership with UN Habitat. It's called Awka Capital Territory Structure Plan. In that structure plan, it was a gap analysis really, which took inventory of Awka Capital Territory as it exists, analyzed it and then set forth some suggestions as to how to put it out right. So that is a very good set of information, that we use to now embark on the master plan, where we first of all did a base map, we did a general plan, and we are now doing the master plan as we know. Then we also, because it is, in 3 years we have managed to put in a lot of work. We also embarked on urban renewal initiatives, which is really because in developing our capital territory, we knew we had to do two things. You had to deal with the old Awka as you know it, and then you also have to do the bigger picture, which is the Awka Capital Territory. The old Awka, we knew that we had to do what we call urban renewal. So that is redevelopment. But then for the new satellite and virgin areas, we had to do development. So while we're doing the development of the expansive capital territory, we also had to do urban renewal for the core, which is the old Awka. That also done, we looked forward. But all this stuff, whatever we did, we were always doing it based on His Excellency's 4 pillars, which is agriculture, trade and commerce, industrialization, and oil and gas. We had to do everything in tandem with all that. So if you look to Awka Capital Territory now, you see a lot of accelerated infrastructure development, which is in addition to the existing security which His Excellency has, was able to secure as soon as he moved in. With the security in place, accelerated infrastructure, the investors started rolling in. So we're doing all that. I mentioned earlier that in addition to having the political will, His Excellency knew the importance of excellence in a team structure. And therefore he, first of all, starting with the board, because Awka Capital Territory does have a board and then the management. The board is actually populated with a wide array of professionals, from architects to estate surveyors, quantity surveyors, lawyers, engineers, and all the other professionals that make up, this team that deals with the built environment. And then coming to the management, well, my humble self was poached from New York City, where I was minding my own business. Having practiced architecture there in New York for over 21 years, I came back here with that honed experience to bring to bear what I had learned in America. I was educated and honed over there. And then, of course, we do have an executive director who's coming from the banking industry, charged with developing our banking services and sourcing for funds for special projects. Then we have heads of departments who are also from a very different arrays of professions, and they are all well versed in their respective courses of study. Well, I had always asked Oka residents to be our partners in this whole thing that we do, because you can't, even with all the experience that you have, you can't do it alone. I had always told the Oka people that I came in here with some sort of sensitivity to their situation, in that they were minding their business, and then capital territory was imposed on them. And so, I always operate with that kind of a mindset that you have to accommodate the people, always understand the sensitivities of their heritage, the preservation of their culture, and all that stuff. So we work with that mindset. With that said, I had always asked Oka people to partner with us because, and we have done this in reaching out to them before we did anything. We always consulted with the Oka people. So we ask for their continued support, because that's the only way we can achieve what we want to do. We no longer say Oka people now. We talk about Oka Capital Territory people, which actually consists of 6 local governments. Some of them in whole, some of them in part. Starting with Oka South, which is totally in the ACT. Oka North, which is in part. You have Njikoka, Anocha, Dunukofia, Urumba North, and I may have forgotten 1 or 2, but anyway. But then we have 24 towns or communities within the Oka Capital Territory. So when we talk about the people of Oka, that's what we mean, Oka Capital Territory. Okay, and then when we came in introducing ourselves and asking for synergy and partnership with the people of the Oka Capital Territory, we did visit the communities, all of them. We went to the Igwes, the PGs, had handshakes with the people, introduced ourselves and told them what we are about and what we expected of them. And we will continue to do that. In fact, it's not just the people who the indigenous people of the Oka Capital Territory. Typical Capital Territory usually has a lot of people from other places that have now come to make this place their home. So those are the people that we're also reaching out to say, yes, we want to make a good place for you to stay, and we expect you to partner with us. It's actually more important now that His Excellency had asked Anambra to think home, and we know that you can't tell them to come home unless you make it alright. So we're making the place alright, like I had mentioned. You can't just say rapid infrastructure development without actually specifically mentioning the 3 flyovers, which are engineering wonders and aesthetically pleasing. And I might even say, at night, it actually does let you know that this is the light of the nation, with all the light paraphernalia that happens at the 3 flyover locations, and then all the great road network that His Excellency had done. His Excellency says that it's not just a matter of doing roads. He wants to do roads that matter, roads that mean something. And he had actually challenged Oka Capital Territory to look into the area photography to then determine how do you join 2 roads to make a ring or several roads to make a link? How do you centralize roads to make spines of roads? And so those are the kind of things we're doing. So while people may not see a lot of the brick and mortar right away, we have been doing a lot of planning, but there has also been a lot of brick and mortar, which is very apparent as you move through Oka Capital Territory. Well, like I said, we've done a lot of planning, and now we have totally embarked on implementation. Very soon, you will see springing up an international conference center, which is first of its kind in the area. His Excellency specifically demanded for an iconic building, of which when you look at it, you know that this is the making of Okonkwo. So you have to, when you do a building like that, it has to have that Okonkwo presence, number one. Number two, it has to be able to seat 5,000 people. And when we do that, we have in mind the vision that we have, where we're looking to have Anambra State or in general, and Oka Capital Territory in particular, to be the investors' destination. So we envision a day that people can come in from all walks of life to come into Oka Capital Territory to hold their conventions and so on. So we have that going on. We are also looking to, because His Excellency is not only prudent in finances, he's also environmentally prudent. So he had asked that we plant trees, he had asked that we develop open spaces, so we're embarking on those. We kicked off the 1 million tree planting, which happened sometime in September. We have planted over 5,000 trees already. We are reclaiming erstwhile open spaces that have been bastardized, where people are putting things that are other than open spaces. In fact, we just finished an application with the UN Habitat for a grant to open up more open spaces. We're looking to corporations and individuals that love Anambra to partner with us in this initiative. And then we are also, because we have our master plan is for a 25-year period. Okay, so we have, it's a phased implementation plan. We are beginning to develop precincts, because our city is to be a multi-nuclear city. So we started with the development of the Millennium City, which is our first precinct to be developed, with all kinds of world standard infrastructure and the like, and then ancillary towns that will grow up from there. We are also looking to, like I said, expanding, making sure that we know about the population explosion that is happening, so we're mindful of that. So we're rapidly developing housing to accommodate the populace that will reside within the Oka Capital Territory. While all that is going on, we're also starting now to look at the rest of the other cities that we want to develop. For instance, we want to leverage on the Nollywood, which is the heritage of Anambra State anyway. We want to create an entertainment city that leverages on that. His Excellency has already done a 4 to 5-star hotel in Agolo Lake, the area where we want to do this. We want to embark on, we're seeking now partners to start to develop medical tourism. We're looking to leverage on university or UNIZIC to start to look at University City, an area where you can do development of industries, which is something that Anambra State is known for. And of course agriculture, because we have the land. I mean, the list goes on and on. So those are the things that are on our drawing board. First of all, I wake up looking forward to go to work, because I don't know what else to do if I don't go to work. So, but a typical day, being that what we do, we're professionals, but we're professionals by trade, we're politicians by nature of the environment, and then we are also we're citizens by right? So we have to attend to things like that. usually I come to the office, clear what I had to do, give initiatives, do some things, and then sometimes we have to go to functions, but most of the times we are planning, we are controlling development, we are making sure that Oka Capital Territory is done right. My wish for Governor Obiano 2017 is that he gets returned unopposed. In fact, I don't even think that's even a question. Chief Dr. William Obiano has a lot of accolades under his belt. He has garnered all kinds of awards, but I'm not surprised. You know, people talk about Governor of the Year. I know that this man is by far, without challenge, the Governor of the Decade. Okay, so I wish him continued success in what he does. Governor himself always tells us not to listen, not to be distracted by, you know, all the chatter. Just do your work and you will speak for yourself. And his work is speaking for himself, so I'm not worried. I just wish him well. I pray for him all every time. In fact, everybody should pray for him. We all need that prayer for our governor. And I wish him well. I know he will return in 2017 for another 4 years, so we can continue what the great work he has started.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for having me here.
You're welcome.
So if you want to read up more on ACTDA and find out what they do, you can go to www.actda.com.ng. The numbers to call will be scrolling up on your screen right now, and you can also see the office address just in case you want to go visit. Thank you for watching this episode of Everyday People. Till next time, I'm Biola Ajinadu for ABS TV.